Doesn't matter. Okay. Clap.
Oh yeah.
You go first.
I can't. One, two,
All right.
three, clap. You didn't clap. Did you clap with me?
1, 2, 3, clap.
That seemed way more delayed.
Let's do it one more time.
Okay. One, two, three, clap. What
1, 2, 3, clap.
the- It's a joke. It's a joke.
Disclaimer: everything we say is a joke.
Okay, what's our topic? Do you remember? I even read the first question and don't remember it. Do you?
Why would I remember it? It's in the thing.
Why would I remember
That's dumb. Kids are dumb. And that was one of our podcast name ideas.
I
That
know.
one's not bad.
People didn't like it as much as they like this one.
I don't think anyone liked this one but us.
Well, now they all love this one.
Remember 1, 2, 3, clap. Okay. How do you wait, balancing work and parenting is our topic.
Okay.
Well, this one's gonna get us in trouble.
Finish the intro.
Balancing work. I
Oh,
brought I brought the guitar up, so I'm ready.
yay. You'll play it and I'll record it and that'll be it.
If I'm touching it while you're here. How do you prioritize what goes on day to day? When does work take priority over your children and vice versa? Work exists so we can fund our children. You tell
Do
me
you
which
think
takes
we'd be
priority.
doing these jobs if we didn't have children?
Oh
Nope.
shit. Kids are stupid expensive. And just
Want.
stupid.
Need.
Yeah, some children always take priority.
There you go. I mean,
Sometimes the bar takes priority over children.
I was also going to say if there's something going on, and your kids have a soccer game or rock climbing event, which do you choose? If
I
you
only
have
have
a
one
work
kid.
event,
That's that problem. Oh,
huh?
work event? I don't know. I don't go to either one. They both sound boring.
I'm
Daisy
too
can
old.
drive. I don't have to go to anything.
Linus had a
I don't
soccer
know.
game at 8 in the morning Saturday.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone to
It got canceled right after Jason woke me up to get ready to go. And I was laying in bed going, I don't think I'm going to go.
that. Yeah, it's a lot. Like,
We can barely get up to do this podcast.
I mean, we used to go to her swim events, and then COVID happened, and they started having them all right there, and they wouldn't allow parents in, so we just drop her
Oh.
off and go home. Like, thank God.
I went to one or two of her swim events.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah, I didn't know which one she was ever.
Yeah, I never did either. Like counting the rows.
Yeah.
Her. I think that's her. Well,
Oh
you're
wait,
supposed
no,
to
that
count
kid's
from this side.
blonde. That can't be her.
Why don't you put numbers on the fucking? You can't tell if they're blonde because they all have those caps on.
Oh yeah. You can tell after they get out. You're all cheering for the wrong. Oh wait, put the cap back on.
Stupid. And we'd go to her basketball games. I would go to those when she was playing basketball. Watch her sit on the bench.
But
That's my girl.
When
Best
Lane was
performer.
young, I went to all of Lane's things, all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it I was the only one driving him. But I didn't
Yeah.
have a Jason.
Yeah, I'd usually get there late for the games because for the basketball. The swim shit's always early in the morning.
Mm.
And swim sucks because you got to wait for so many races. They do like three or four races with your kid in it, and they've got like 27 races or 40 races. Most of the time, you're just sitting there, and they don't even sit with you. They sit down there with their friends.
Oh, I've got a thing for you. Linus had a soccer game last week that we all went to. Lane went with us. The way the field is, you're right, almost right up against the field, and you can stay in your car and watch. So that Jason and I stayed in the car.
That's a very San Antonio thing.
Everyone's in the car. Some have their tailgates open and are sitting there watching. But Lane went
But then
up.
you don't get like the camaraderie between the parents and all that shit, you know?
Well, no, we were talking to the parents in the car beside us. Do you not know
It's
me?
really.
Like, I'm
And
gonna
your car's running, so you guys are sitting there
no,
destroying the
no,
environment.
we didn't have the
Oh, it's
car
not?
running.
Oh, okay. But in the summer you would.
Probably. Anyway, no, I'm used to having shitty cars. I don't leave them running because I'm afraid they're gonna overheat. I always tell Jason, turn it off, it's gonna break. You can't leave it just sitting and running. Even if you're in traffic too long, you turn it off.
It's gonna overheat. It's gonna overheat. I know. I still have that constantly watching the temperature
Yeah.
gauge if you're
My
sitting
boy.
there. Did it move? It looks like it moved.
It's a little above the middle, isn't it? Does it look
Well,
above the middle?
yeah, the Tacoma sits like dead straight middle. I'm used to them being a little bit on the
Yeah.
cooler side, and so I always look at it and freak out every time I look. Oh yeah, that's where it always is.
So they're out there playing the game, and one of the kids on Linus's team starts going, "Fuck you, fuck this, what the fuck are all y'all doing? Fuck it, fuck it, fuck, fuck." And Jason and I are like, "What the hell?" And then he goes and punches the goalpost or whatever that's on the
Ow.
side. I know. I was like, "Well, I hope that hurt because he deserves that." And um, after the game was over, Jason's like, I'm going to go talk to the coach about it. Maybe because
Did
they
the
were
coach
right.
say anything when he was doing that?
No, that's why we thought the coach didn't
What?
hear him.
Oh,
So I was telling Jason, go tell him now. But Jason
yeah.
wanted to wait. It's almost the end of the game. I'll wait till the end of the game. Well, it was actually the middle of the second half. But he waited till the end of the game to go talk to the coach. And Lane and Linus came back to the car, and I was talking to them. They're like, "What's Dad doing?" Like, and Lane's like, "Oh yeah, we heard it. It was clear as day. Everyone heard him." And he said that the coach talked to him and then sent him back out.
I would have yelled at him if I heard him say that. I'd have been like, "Watch your language." I've
Yeah.
yelled at kids on other teams
Oh
before.
yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that, but I was in the car.
Yeah. Hold on, let me roll the window down. Watch your language.
Turn on the car so I can roll the window down.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And Yeah, so Lane's like, when I was in school, if the coach, if I'd said anyone said something like that, they would have been pulled out of the game. There's no way they would have been.
Yeah,
He's like, in
yeah,
fact, I don't know why the refs left him in the game. I was like,
yeah,
I've seen coaches get kicked off the out of the game for
yep.
less than
Still
that.
happens. Oh yeah, it
So
still
we
happens.
were pretty shocked by it. And then when
They'll make
Jason,
parents leave the game in
hmm
Frisco because they get too excited and cuss. They
they
make them leave.
should. So Jason
Yeah.
went and talked to the coach, and the coach asked Jason to send him an email about it so then he can show it to the kids' parents if they get mad about the coach pulling him from the game.
I get that.
I
It's
don't.
stupid.
It is stupid. I'd be telling
But
the parents, take your kid to another school then.
you saw
You
that
don't
video where
like it.
they beat up the referee or the coach. I think it was the coach. One of the parents went and beat him up.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
Lane
y'all
was.
take this shit way too serious.
Well, and this team doesn't. Lane's like everyone's just sort of la 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 la. He's like the warm-ups before the game. The kids were just out there sort of kicking the ball back and forth. The coach wasn't even telling them to do any stretching, nothing. He's like, what the hell? He's like, next year I'll volunteer to coach.
Good,
I
be
know.
good.
It would be awesome. But yeah, Lane was a
Mhm.
little annoyed with it. And he's like, this team, the coach, everyone just seems like whatever. You know? So he said
Mm.
that's why the kid was getting mad because all the kids are not trying. They don't care.
It doesn't matter.
No, it
Doesn't matter.
doesn't. Lane did say it doesn't matter. He should have
Yeah,
been pulled from the game immediately.
yeah.
And that's what I was saying. Don't kick him off the team. You sit
No,
him
but pull
out
him
for
out
the
of the
rest of the
game. Yeah,
game. Yeah.
maybe do a late start if it was
Well,
already at the end of the
listen
game.
to
Like,
this. Lane
okay, you
said
can't
that
do till the
same
second half.
kid at halftime, the coach handed that kid the clipboard, and he was the one telling all the kids where to set where to set up and all
Your
that.
hand disappears.
I
You
know. So that kid was the one coaching the team.
Oh, so that's not a traffic cone next to you. That's like a piece of a pillow or something. Other side.
Oh, quit being
It looked
observant.
like I thought it was part of the thing, like a traffic,
How'd you know that?
because your hand disappears when you're watch
Oh.
your hand. That's funny. Um, yeah,
So,
yeah. You gotta punish the kid. You can't do that shit.
mhm.
But I don't know what the rules are in San Antonio. It's different.
Yeah, I don't either, but that was crazy to me. I'm like, I'm ready to pull Linus off the team if they're thinking that's acceptable behavior.
I
But
mean,
in
the coaches would yell at him in Texas. Daisy got mad when she came here and started doing swimming. She's like, the coaches don't even care. They're just yelling at us. They always screamed at us all the time. I'm like, what? You never told me that.
that's how they're supposed to be.
Yeah. They were like real coaches. And she did
That's what
really
Lane said. He
well.
didn't even like do the rah rah, let's go team when they went out on the field.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like the team's just like la 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 la. We're gonna go try and kick a ball.
That's how it is here. They're not that serious about the sports.
I mean, and that's okay too, to not be that serious about it, but you can still get excited and ramp people them up
Mhm.
and not let them curse each other out. I was like, there's little kids out there too.
Yeah. I wonder if the parents heard it.
Everyone
I
heard it.
mean,
Lane's like, there's no way people didn't hear it. He was
well, they were
loud.
in their cars. They might not have heard it.
I was in my car.
I know, but they could have been
Further away.
in a car. Yeah. So I don't
Well,
think it's.
yeah, Lane said that because Lane and the coaches and the team were on the opposite side of the field from where the kid was. And Lane's like, he was screaming it. We all heard it.
Did they win?
No, they lost 10-0. Linus scored a goal for the other team.
Did he really? No. Did he?
Yeah.
He didn't know which way to go?
No, that wasn't it. He was blocking it and it went forward and then the kid kicked it and it bounced off Linus and into the goal. Half the
It's
time
good
it
that
was
he's
just
doing it, though.
Linus and goalie blocking the goal. Linus and the goalie, that's it.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad
the
he's
first
doing
goalie they put in, every time the ball came at him, he'd do this.
it. He's your son.
No, Linus isn't the goalie.
Uh,
But Lane did go on.
Linus wasn't doing
Linus was cringing too. Lane pulled him off to the side and told him to stop being scared.
it.
If you're scared of
Attack the
getting,
ball.
yeah, he's like, if you're scared of getting hurt, then you shouldn't be playing sports.
You're supposed to get hurt. That's part of it. And now you can learn how to not cry. Is Luke doing a sport too?
Mm-mm.
You talk to him about it? He's just not interested.
Right. We're still on
What are we
question
talking
one.
about?
A new
Okay.
Thai restaurant opened up here.
What's it called? Thai restaurant?
I don't remember. Thai
Where is it?
Express, I think, something like that. Anyway, it's no good.
It has Express in the name.
It got
There's a
really good
Chinese place
reviews.
here, a Chinese place here called Noodles Express that they were trying to make me go to all the time. And I finally went. It's really funny.
It's good?
It's not even noodles. It's like the full Szechuan menu and all that. Like
Oh, nice.
I was like, y'all need to change the name. I was, I was always like, I'm not going. First of all you people like it. Second of all, it's called Noodles Express. Fucking excellent.
Well, so I ordered the Tom Yum Goong Thai hot,
Mm.
and I got it, and it was red because of it was covered in chili flakes. There wasn't a Thai chili pepper to be found in the whole thing. And I'm almost positive it was a freeze-dried thing because the mushrooms were like this size and the shrimps were that size.
Joy started doing that with the Thai chili and somta. She was using dried chili. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It's
What
not
are you?
even
Like, it's
good.
the same. I'm like, no, it
No,
isn't.
it's not.
He went back to the right way.
Yeah, so
Like, you're
I'll
gonna
leave
tell
them.
me how to cook Thai food? Like, bitch, I watch them in Thailand all the time. We eat this
I
every
eat
day
it. I can tell you if it tastes good or not.
there. Crazy.
Yeah, so and I think they put about a cup of sugar in the little thing. I'm like,
Uh,
ew, it's so sweet. I couldn't eat
yeah,
it. It
they
was
do that so
horrible.
white people will like it,
Well, it doesn't work
and
on this
that's
white
why it's got
people,
the higher reviews because people
probably.
love that when it's all sweet like
Everything
that.
was sweet.
Yeah.
Everything was
Oh
sweet.
yeah. They're
Yeah.
gonna make a lot of money.
Ugh, not from us. That was our first
You
and
need
last time ordering there.
well next time you gotta go talk to the cook.
Well, I can't speak in Thai. It won't work if I go talk.
Say last time I was here, my Roy. Can you make it a Roy, please?
And
No
no
sugar.
chili flakes. When I say spicy, that
Yeah,
doesn't mean put chili flakes.
yeah, you can't fit if they're doing that.
Yeah.
I
I
wouldn't
don't
go back.
even think that they were Thai. I think they were Mexican. The menu had names for the things in Spanish beside the Thai name for it.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
I
I've never
know,
seen that
but it
before.
wasn't even the correct names. Like the Tom Yum. Tom Yum had Borrachos Fideo next to it.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's bean soup. Like,
Yeah. Maybe it was a different menu next to it.
I'm like, no, that's not what that means.
That's funny.
I can't speak Thai, but I can speak Thai food.
I can read Spanish.
Yeah, it was. So anyway, I ended up making Tom Yum Goong and just dumping theirs into mine. But I had to make a really big pot so I couldn't taste theirs anymore.
You should have just thrown it
I know. That's what I. Why did I do
away. And now mine tastes a little less good.
this?
Yeah, I'm okay throwing away bad food. You went to that Mexican place again night before last. It's good. I gotta take you there when you come.
No thanks.
Yeah, it's good.
No, I
You're
get to
gonna
eat
like it.
Mexican all the time. I'm not eating Mexican out there. You can't make me.
They have different stuff. They have molcajete. You ever had that? That big stone
Yes,
pot with
I
all the
know.
stuff
They
in it?
have that here.
Mm, it's really good here. We get it without cheese.
Ours doesn't
Because
come with
otherwise,
cheese. It does not come with cheese here.
really?
Yeah,
Good.
it's really good.
Yeah.
It's got the octopus tentacles hanging over the side.
We don't have octopus. They put cactus in it, which is pretty cool. Different. I'm not a huge fan of the cactus. Joy likes.
I've had it one time at one place that it was so good, but have not found another place that does it like that. So now I have to go make it.
And they're more importantly, their margaritas are good.
If you want Mexican food when I'm out there, let me know. I'll cook it. And you'll be like, you're right, this restaurant's no good.
Mm, for Colorado, it's pretty good.
Mhm.
The people were arguing with me. There's this other one that's like right near it, but they've got like a really beautiful view, and they're all like, "This one's much better than that one." I'm like,
Why? Because
"Well,
it's
I've been
more
there like
expensive.
5 times because this guy loves to go there, this broker, and so we go there and have lunch, and I'm like, everything I've ordered there tastes like fucking cardboard. Like there's no flavor at all in any of the
Yeah.
the dishes. They don't even have menudo on the menu. Someone was like, "This one's authentic. That one's not authentic Mexican. I'm from San Diego." Like,
San
okay.
Diego.
You mean California?
Right.
Thank you. Um, yeah, and so they don't even have corn tortillas. Like authentic is corn tortilla.
So the one you like, is that the one that charges you for each tortilla?
Yes, for
I,
extra tortilla.
that's like a running joke with me and all my friends. I've told everyone about how you got charged for
Pretty
tortillas.
stupid.
And they're
So
like,
he's like, "Do you have some more?"
every Mexican restaurant we go to here, they're like, you didn't ask for them, but here's your big 20 pile of
Yeah.
tortillas. Oh, you're getting
You
low
want some
on
more?
tortillas. Here's some more.
That was absurd. Like, what the fuck?
Did you say something to them? Are you still getting charged for tortillas?
We don't order them.
Mm.
We eat the ones that come with it, and that's it. The stupid part is Joy just brings them home and sticks them in the fridge and never eats them anyway.
Do they
Oh
have
yeah, I forgot about these. They've
do
gone
they have
bad.
corn
Throws them.
tortillas there?
Yeah,
That little meat market in the store near me, they sell homemade corn tortillas there. God, they're so good. I'll just eat those by themselves.
like those we had in Mexico.
Yeah, those were, yeah, they are like
So
those.
good.
hmm So Luke and Linus started playing their music again.
Really? Hmm.
hmm
Why?
We cleaned the room. They know where everything is, they can get to it easily. But when I said something to Linus about it, he's like, yeah, but I don't really like playing.
Who did it? I did. Leave me alone, Mom.
I'm like, yeah, I can tell. You're off beat and everything.
I mean, for drummers, that goes away pretty quick. Timing.
hmm
You gotta practice all the time. Like that one guy that came to my house and was playing. He's like, "Oh yeah, I played drums." And I could tell he could play, but his timing was fucking horrible.
Yeah, Linus's
And
is.
I'm just like, I don't want to play with you. But then he bought drums. He came back like a couple months later, and he was back. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit, you can play the drum. I'm like, I gotta be honest with you. I thought you suck. It's like I know my timing was off.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Linus said that at school they had, I don't remember why, but they had set up some drums on the stage in the cafeteria, and he went up there and just started playing on them.
Good.
hmm
I mean, that's the reason to learn is to show off.
I think, honestly, I think one of the main reasons that got them doing it again is when we had cleaned everything up and the kids came over, they all started playing with the instruments. The kids got excited, the friends.
They didn't tell him no, didn't they?
Nope.
Good, good. That's how bands start.
I know. That's what I said.
Hmm.
Not to them. I said it to Jason.
Right.
But one of the girls was playing the ukulele, and I think she knows how to play because she was, unless Luke had shown her, she was actually playing notes on it.
I mean, chords.
Yeah, well, it sounded like something.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know about these kids in a band. They're all so shy. You talk, there's one of them that talks nonstop, though.
I think it
That's
was Freddie Mercury who started singing behind a guitar amp or something. Wouldn't come out in the front. One of those famous singers.
yeah, I vaguely remember something like that.
Super shy.
How do you schedule events between work commitments, family activities, and personal time? Schedule.
Yeah.
I asked Jason, what are we doing today? That's how I schedule it. Do we have anything going on? Because I'm getting together with Cheryl tomorrow. And he's like, you can't, you
No, I'll be drunk all day Sunday.
can't. Podcast day is drunk day. Schedule.
Go somewhere you're driving.
If my kids want a schedule, they have to make it.
Yeah, I mean, Daisy's always gone with her friends now.
Yeah.
Like today, she's going downtown with her girlfriend.
I mean, if I have something that I have to be at with work, I just go to it.
Mm. Yeah, but that's not weekend.
I didn't say weekend.
Well, that's the only time we schedule stuff.
All right. We didn't like the schedule question.
Good question. I just don't schedule stuff.
That's
Not
why I said
pertinent to how
we
we
didn't
live our
like. I didn't say everyone doesn't like that.
lives.
A lot of people are going to be very frustrated with us when they hear that
Yeah, boy schedule stuff. And that's usually what we do.
answer. I guess I'll have to ask Jason how he does that.
Or she'll be like yesterday, she was talking about some state park that she wanted to visit that her friend went to. Like, okay, where is it? Like in Arizona. I'm like, we're not in. Like, how far is it? 6 hours. I'm not driving 6 hours to go somewhere in the U.S. Get on a fucking flight and go to Mexico. Fuck America.
That sounds like me. Like, why am I going to spend money for that when I could spend money for this?
Yeah. Mexico's always better. It's cheaper, it's faster, it's fun.
It's San Antonio.
I said it's fun.
With a
Nobody's trying to
beach.
molest your children at the pool. It's safe.
Right? Especially nowadays.
Yeah. All right. How can working parents manage the mental load in quotation marks? Although that's a real thing. Of home organization, kids' schedules, and other scene tasks without feeling like
Unseen
they're always
tasks.
carrying. That's what I
Unseen.
said. Other
Oh.
unseen tasks
Mhm.
without feeling like they're always carrying the burden. Well, I have a wife. She does all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that goes with the organization question. But I
Yeah.
mean, there was a time when it was just me and Lane. I don't remember feeling like it was a burden. Of
I
course,
don't
I
think you
do
really
remember Lane going,
managed any of those things.
I do remember Lane going, "You said we were going to do this today and we didn't do it." I'm like, "Well, if you wanted to do it, you should have told me." I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah.
If it's important to you, remind me of it.
Yeah. There was some class thing that Daisy yelled at me about. I didn't sign or something. I'm like, you told me about it when we were in the car. Like, and then expect me to remember. If you give a fuck, tell me, bring me a piece of paper and a pen and say, sign this. And that's what I'll do.
It's very sad for my kids because they're just as bad as I am. Mom, will you sign this? Okay, go get me a pen. And they never return.
Linus is like that too.
Yeah,
I could see Luke being that way, but not Linus.
yeah. I mean, I think Linus would eventually remember.
Hmm. Yeah, that's. I'm
I
like,
don't
if you
know.
care, you'll make sure I do it.
Hmm.
This is just more evidence to me that you really didn't want me to spend that money.
Yay.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they do it without a wife. People at work talk about that, like having to do these things.
I
And
never felt like it was a mental load. That's a weird way to
I
put
mean,
it.
like washing dishes, cooking and cleaning and washing clothes, all that shit.
I
Like,
mean, but we have washers and dryers and dishwashers. Of course, I didn't try to do it every single day. I might miss doing dishes one day because I wanted to go do something else, but I
hmm,
wasn't that particular.
yeah,
It
I'm
wasn't like
terrible
my
about it.
house was ever filthy either, you know. The next day I just throw everything. When it was just me and Lane, it wasn't like it was tons of dishes. Now with
Hmm,
everyone, it's a lot, but I have Jason. He does that.
yeah, yeah. This is why you need two parents and a family.
If you're gonna have more than just two of you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's important.
I guess Cheryl does it. She washes clothes. She does laundry every single day.
Sounds expensive.
That's what
My
I
wife used
thought.
to do that. She'd wash whatever. I'm like, no, you fill up a load. You can't afford that.
Well, Cheryl does it every day. Now Declan's doing his own laundry.
Yeah, Daisy does too now.
Luke and Linus do their own laundry.
But now we got the easy one. You just like push a button and it washes and dries.
Oh yeah.
That thing's awesome. Because I used to do that when I washed my own clothes. I'd forget about them and leave them in the washer.
I got it. I
Have to
finally
wash them
got us.
again because they stunk when I
Oh
got
yeah. I used to do that all the time. All the time.
them. Now you don't have to worry about it. Just push the button, walk away.
I do my own laundry now, and Jason goes and puts it in the dryer because I always forget.
Yeah, I mean, I hate all that shit. I hate washing dishes. That's why I loved living in Thailand because eat out for every meal. And I had like a contract with people that would wash and iron my clothes,
Hmm.
like for no money, right? I just
Right.
drop them off, get them the next day. It's great.
Yeah.
Really, that's all you need in life is clean clothes and food.
Right. Agreed.
What's the next one? How important is a flexible work environment? How do you arrange a flexible work schedule with employers? That's a funny question. That's from someone who doesn't work. You don't arrange. It either is or it isn't.
I mean, oftentimes, if you're new in the position, you go and don't have the flexibility, but once they get to know you and know you're
Yeah.
going to get the work done, then they become more
I mean, I guess,
relaxed and don't pay as close attention.
yeah, you have to define flexible too, right? Are we talking about
Yeah.
like work from home, hybrid shit, or are we talking about like,
What time you
because
show up and what
hybrid,
time you leave.
yeah. I train them pretty quickly on that one personally.
Me too. I'm never going
I
to be
show
on
up when I
time.
get there and I leave when I leave, but I accomplish more.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And I mean, there have been times when I've been there past midnight, and
Yeah.
then times when I didn't show up till almost noon. But
Yeah. It's
everything
more
got
about what
done.
you get done. Yeah.
Mhm.
But how important is a flexible work environment? So if we're
That's
talking about like
super,
hybrid again,
yeah, that's
this week
super
I
important.
went in to the office every day except Friday. Friday I took Daisy's car to the shop to get a new key for it or another key.
Mm.
And it fucking sucked. I feel exhausted from having to go in 4 days a week.
Hmm.
And I didn't even go in at like regular times, you know,
Right.
like I'll go in at noon on Monday and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. But it's exhausting having to go
Mhm.
in and talk to people. You don't get shit done. You spend all the time in traffic, and it's just.
It's worse
I
for
mean, I
you
think
because it's like an hour drive each way, right? Depending on
it can
traffic.
be.
Yeah.
I think on average it's 45,
Yeah.
which is pretty fucking horrible.
Hmm.
I mean, but that's one of the reasons we live out here is because they said 2 to 3 days a week max. You know? It just so happened my boss was in and we had different events. It's not like we
Yeah.
have to go in
Yeah.
4 days a week, but
Yeah. I
otherwise I
think
look forward
going
to
into
it.
the office is very tiring. Plus, you have to get up, pick out clothes, figure out what you're going to wear, and all that too. You can't just throw on whatever and log in.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that the night before. I usually think about what I'm going to wear the night before.
I don't really have to think about it too much. Everything's right there. I just grab something out of the closet.
You just said you can't just throw on anything. But then you just said,
I
just
know.
grab anything.
But I have
I
to
don't
fix my
know.
hair. I have to fix my hair and
All
get
right,
ready,
that's a different thing. Picking out clothes.
put on makeup.
Yeah, that takes me forever.
You need a little bit more.
Maybe a lot bit more. Good to be a man. um, so yeah, I think it's extremely important, especially having gotten used to working at home. Like,
Yeah,
it's a hard thing to take back. Companies will lose their good people by doing that.
they
They'll be
are.
stuck with the ones who have nowhere else to go.
Yeah, I think it's really important. And things like if you have a doctor's appointment, you can just go. You don't have to go schedule it with your work employer and da 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 all that. That's important to me too.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, you
And
have
it goes, I
you
guess, back to the family work-life balance. Like I do stuff with the kids' PTO, and I can just go in a little later those mornings when we have those meetings or whatever. Or I'll take a day off to volunteer at the kids' school. And
yeah, but
we're actually
it's time
encouraged to
off.
do stuff like that.
Yeah, we are too. We get 2 free volunteer days.
Yeah.
I should really use them. I've never used one, not 1 hour.
I use them because I do stuff at the school all the time.
Yeah, it's a good use of it. Yeah, I'll see if they have volunteer stuff there at the school.
Okay, what's next? Yeah. Anyway, very important to have a flexible work environment. Even without kids, it's important,
Yeah,
given us and our lack of ability to schedule.
or wake up.
Yeah.
My boss asks me that now. I want to schedule this for 8:30. You gonna be awake? If you schedule it, I will.
Mhm. And if I remember to look at my calendar the day before.
Right. I have missed one when he asked me. Shit. Sorry, dude.
How do you set boundaries between work and family time, especially when working from home, to ensure quality time with kids without neglecting work responsibilities?
What?
We can't answer that one.
Next question, please. Well, I mean, you work from home from 8 to 5 or whatever, and then the rest of the time is family time.
And the kids don't ever come in the office and talk to you during that time.
Daisy doesn't. If my door's closed, she won't come in.
Uh,
I
my
have an office. You could use an office.
yes, I could. But my kids are usually in school anyway. They don't get home till after 5 most days.
What are you looking at?
You? I
Yeah,
guess you're on that side.
you were texting. Yeah, I mean, the kids come home. Like sometimes when she comes home, I'll talk to her, but she's always running around now. It's like I don't even have a kid anymore, honestly. She's doing her own thing. I'm like, let's have family time. Why are you always hanging out with your
I
friends?
want to play with you.
Yeah, this game sucks. Yeah, she's got her own thing going on.
How do you set boundaries? Yeah, shutting the door is a boundary, right?
Yeah, I guess it is.
The kids don't mess with me when my laptop's open and I'm sitting in front of it. They really don't.
How do you set boundaries with Jason? Is the real question.
Right? He just sits beside me and stares.
Yeah. Let's set a boundary. You
I
can't sit next to
Actually, I did have to do that. I did have to set boundaries with him.
me. Yeah.
So now he goes to the other room while I'm working. He doesn't come in there.
Because he used to comment on your meetings, right? When you're in a
Yeah,
meeting.
yeah,
I'm like, dude,
yeah.
I'm at work.
I
Nobody cares about your opinion.
know. Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
run him off. He definitely doesn't do that anymore.
It's just a weird thing to do.
Hmm. Yeah,
The
you wouldn't
kids are
even
like, oh,
know.
she's in a meeting. Don't bother. Jason's like, what you doing?
I know during COVID one time, because me and the kids would sit up at the dining room table because I'd make sure they were doing their classwork and logging in and all that stuff while I
Yeah.
was working. And one time I was running late, so I jumped online real quick. And then in the afternoon, I went to go take a shower, and someone starts pinging me from work, and Linus goes on there and says she's in the shower.
Ew. Also lock your computer.
Yeah. No.
But you wanted to, yeah, look available.
Yes, I did. Next time the computer comes into the room with me. Yeah. Yeah, you have to set boundaries.
Don't touch my shit.
Mhm. I mean, it was hard for a lot of people during COVID. I remember some people had like they had to work, they had to go into work and their kids were at home alone, logging into
Yeah.
school and doing their
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I remember I actually bought a Chromebook for one friend's kids because she didn't have anything.
They give those out of the school.
They didn't at that school. It was Great Hearts didn't give it to them.
Really?
Hmm.
That's crazy.
I know.
COVID was a weird time. I had to get Daisy extra work during that time.
I
'Cause,
did for my kids too.
yeah, especially in math. Like they weren't doing anything.
Science, they were teaching Henry David Thoreau. I'm like, that's not science.
I think they were doing that anyway at that school.
Yeah, but at
We
least I
love
found out
Thoreau,
about
but
it in time to take them out.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm. Now you're going to a different school.
right. I appreciate that they like literature, but
Yeah, and Lane and Kyle were doing PE with the kids every day. My kids had more physical activity at home during COVID than they ever did at school.
really,
Hmm. Lane and Kyle
they
took
didn't do
turns
PE at all.
at school.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but it wasn't an hour a day, that's for sure.
Hmm.
And my kids were coming in exhausted and sweating after being there with Lane and Kyle. They were actually teaching them and
Yeah,
making them work out and everything.
it's good.
Yep, they loved it. I think that was their favorite part of the day.
I'm sure it was. It's supposed to be
Hmm.
recess PE.
And we bought all different kinds of sports equipment. So they did wrestling, they did soccer, they did baseball, they did basketball, they did football, they did everything. It's pretty neat. How do you handle moments when your work demands require more attention than your kids' needs and vice versa.
I mean, you got to do your work.
hmm I mean, I did have that happen. That was
Yeah,
before COVID. I was at work until 2 a.m. some days. I never saw my family. COVID was
yeah,
really the best thing that ever happened to us because I could still work long hours but see my family.
yeah, yeah. I delegate it. It's good to be a manager.
Mhm.
Oh shit, this is getting overwhelming. You guys do this.
We didn't really have enough people to delegate it to, even if I wanted to. There weren't.
I mean, I delegated before I was leading people. Like
Yeah.
to this day, I delegate them.
Everyone on my team was working a lot, though. It wasn't just me doing it all.
That's because you
We
weren't
really
in the
didn't have enough
leader.
people.
No, and you didn't have anyone pushing back. You need to have a manager that says it's too much.
hmm Well,
You
I
know.
mean, yeah, when my manager went out for extended leave, then I was able to push back.
Yeah, but that's part of their job is to say, look, these are the resources we have. This is what they're
hmm
working on. We can't take on anything else right now.
Yeah.
I still do that. And they ask me for crazy shit. And I'm like, what do you want me to stop?
hmm
Like, I can
Here's
spend a
my
week on
list. What do you want me to
this
cut
dumb
off to
shit,
put that
but
on?
we've got these things that we've all agreed were priorities. So,
Mhm.
because I ain't working till midnight. I'm too old for that shit.
But I mean, that was one
That's
of
a
the.
young person's game.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't mind doing it sometimes. It just can't be consistent or constant. But sometimes something happens that you need to do quickly. But you have to think about it too. You don't just ask for something willy-nilly. You have to be considerate.
Well, a lot of people won't even tell you though, right? Like
Yeah.
I ask for things willy nilly, and I can't tell because I have certain people that complain about anything, like normal parts of their job. They just complain. And I'm like,
Mm.
that's who they are. I listen and they feel better about it. And then I give them something extra and they're like, oh, why are you doing all this other stuff? They just
Well,
complain.
I
So,
remember when you tried to take something away from someone and she got offended. Why are you
yeah,
taking that?
yeah.
You said
Like,
you
because
had
you're
too
complaining all the
much.
time. I'm trying to help you. Like, I feel like you're not including me. I'm not. I'm trying to give you space to do what you need to work on. Yeah, it's weird.
Mhm.
People are complex creatures. I'm
Yeah.
trying to help you. Sorry. You have more capacity? Great.
I mean, sometimes it doesn't work. My boss just gave three different people. I don't know if it's the exact same project, but all three of them came to me asking for help
Mhm.
with it, and it was the same stuff they wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm like, next time, just come to me. It would take less time for
Yeah.
me. If
All
you
they're
go
going to
to
do is come to
them,
me
if
from
they're,
different angles. Yeah.
yeah, all three of them came and asked me,
Yeah. I
and
mean,
that
you
took
can
me.
delegate to them what they need to do to
hmm
accomplish it, right? Like,
So the way I handle moments when my work requires more than time is I come and do it at home. If it's time to leave work, I leave work and I log back in at home. So then at least I can talk to my family some.
yeah,
That's
I don't think
that's
that's the
how
right approach. I think if they're making you come into the office, then when you leave work, you're done. That's it.
yeah. I mean, that's really
Don't
what
do it
it
at all.
is now. But if there's something, I haven't had an instance where I had to work late lately. It's really shitty when your management goes, you shouldn't care about your job so much.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah, several people have said that to me
What?
at
You
work.
shouldn't care about your job or
Yeah,
about your career?
my job.
I feel like I've told people that work for me that.
Quit caring.
I mean, it's not wrong. Joy tells me that all the time. It's not your company. Why do you care? I don't know.
I
Because
would
I want
think
to succeed. I
I
don't
would
like
think you
failing.
like the people working for you who care. I always did when I was in management. I loved those people.
You do, but when they get wound around the axle about everything, every little thing, like I tell them take a vacation. Like you need some time off. You're focus on what's in your sphere of control and what you can influence, right? Like
Yeah, I
all
mean,
the
I
things.
do
And I have the
understand.
same problem because I do it
Yeah,
too. I
I
understand.
understand those frustrations when you see decisions and things happening. You have no control over it, and you can see the bad that's
How
going to
bad
come
it
out
is.
of
Yeah.
it. Like, that can be frustrating for sure.
I told my boss this year, it's my New Year's resolution to stop trying to fix problems that I didn't create.
Mhm.
Like when I see something going wrong in marketing or something going wrong over there in HR, like it's not my fucking child,
Mhm.
like let it flounder. I
Yeah,
can't do it all. I'm not the fucking CEO, so why do I care?
yeah. Well, you can care, but you don't have to let it fester inside
You know,
you.
if I care, it'll fester. I have to not care. I have to adopt the other strategy and be like, good, they're failing. Good. Somehow I'm supposed to feel good about that. All the fuck ups that are happening
Try
everywhere in the
not to
company.
do the I told you so.
I don't care about that. I'm fine with that. Seriously. You fucked up. I told you you were fucking up. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Yep. I have the email where I told you.
Right. And that's it. And that's the other thing. Just tell them once. Don't keep harping on it. Like they already heard your
Yeah.
opinion. They already dismissed it. For me, I mean, I want to say it every time we're in a meeting. The same, like, remember, this is what I
Mhm.
said. Remember, remember. They don't give a fuck. Like they
Yeah.
already dismissed you. So
Mhm.
accept it and move on.
Mhm.
The worst part is when they come back and ask you after it all fucks up, like, whoa,
What
what
do
could
we
we have
do
done
now?
differently? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
or that. Like, how do we fix this? Like, not on me. I have the email where I told you what was going to happen. That's what happened. Go fuck yourself. I'm not fixing it for you.
Well, first build a time machine.
Right. I'll tell you how to fix it in the future. Fucking listen to me.
How to prevent it happening again.
Right. My ideas aren't just to make you look stupid. They're there because you are stupid.
Yeah.
We
Or
shouldn't have podcasts about horror.
quit thinking you look stupid because you don't know everything.
Yeah, yeah, you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know
that's what I
everything.
always say.
I
Like, you
depend
don't,
on other people.
like, you're in this executive position, your background's in regulatory matters. Why would you know anything about data?
Right.
You know, that's
You're
why
not
you
supposed to.
hired me and people like
Yeah.
me, you
You have to trust me. If you don't
know.
trust me, fire me. Hire someone else that you do trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
it. Christ. I don't like talking about work.
Me either. Get off of it.
It's the whole fucking
Oh,
premise.
yeah. Wait a minute, that's our theme.
Let's get off. Let's get off of this theme. How do you decide when it's the right time to shift priorities or make significant changes in your career or family dynamic for better balance? It's a good question. At
Yeah.
what point is career progression no longer worth sacrificing family time? Well, other people approach that second part differently, but the first one's a good question. I'm like, sacrifice family time.
Career progression means more money, right?
And higher titles, all that, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, advancing.
But you're not really sacrificing family then, right? Because you're making more money, and that's for the whole family.
I mean, I guess if you're thinking like, well, if I get this new job, I'm gonna have to work 60 hours a week, but I
Hmm.
never think that way. I mean, when I came here, I had to work more at first,
Yeah, that's what I said. You
and
have to establish yourself first
yeah,
before you start
and
looking for
you have to learn
flexibility.
everything and
Yeah.
know who to go to for certain things, all
Yeah. You
that.
don't just walk in knowing it.
But that first part is interesting. How do you decide when it's the right time to shift priorities or make significant changes in your career or family dynamic for better balance?
Family dynamic.
Let's
Like
focus
get
on career
divorced.
first. What I'm seeing, I think
That's
when
a
they turn 18 is the answer for all of this.
yeah.
Or, I mean, they become self-sufficient, right? Like,
Hmm.
I think about more and more, like changing careers and doing something that requires less time and makes less money.
Yeah, I do too.
That part is hard for me to say out loud.
Hmm.
I'm a little hung up on money, but I don't know. Um,
I mean, it really is when they turn 18, like it's sort of, or when they're self-sufficient. It's a
yes,
little bit of
yeah,
a countdown, right?
yeah.
They're getting closer.
Hoping
They're
they're
getting
hoping they're
closer.
self-sufficient when they're 18.
Yeah. And here's my advice. Put that bug in their ear starting at about 2 years old.
Yeah.
You need to be
When you're
self-sufficient.
18, you need to be self-sufficient. I know, and when Daisy was younger, I didn't do that because I didn't even believe in that. I was like, like I should always be here for her to
And
help
that's
her.
how I
And I'm
felt
like,
with Lane. Yeah, that changed.
yeah. Hi, Lane. But
He had a fun childhood.
yeah.
Mhm.
Um but no, I feel that way with Daisy now. Like I tell her, like you need to
Mhm.
fucking figure it out.
Oh, I
You've
was
made
so
mistakes.
excited when Linus told me he couldn't wait until he graduated high school and moved out. That was
Yeah.
the most
Daisy
exciting
says
thing
things
I'd
like
ever
that
heard.
sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah. And I say, "You're welcome. That's what you're supposed to feel. That means I did my job as a
I say keep spending your money at Starbucks and see how that works out for you. You got to be a lot smarter with money.
Yeah, Linus
Make a
doesn't do
budget.
that. Unless
And
Daisy asks him
until they
for
get a
money.
job
Hmm.
and they start actually like, you know, doing what they need to do with money, all that's just talk to me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, it's them being mad trying to hurt you.
No, I don't think she says it in that way. I didn't get that any.
Oh,
And I'm
Linus said
glad
it
she
when he
wants
was
to help.
mad.
Oh, yeah, well then it really is just talk. I'd be like, "There's the fucking door. Go find a fucking job. Bye.
I said, you're supposed to feel like that. That was
You don't gotta wait till you're 18, buddy. You can walk to a fucking restaurant and get a job down
Oh my gosh.
there." much life sucks when you got to pay all that shit.
I like this next question. What's it like to re-enter the workforce after taking time off to raise kids? Because I did that, right? Just for a couple of years.
What's it like?
It was a bit of a relief.
Finally, something I'm good at. Was it a relief?
Yeah, it was a little bit.
I guess financially it was, right?
Well, I mean,
That's
definitely
a big
that.
relief. Yeah.
hmm But also, it was a little bit freeing. Like, I wasn't spending every minute of the day doing things with them and for them. I got to sit and think more. Yeah. And I liked what I was doing, right? So it did require thought, what I was doing at work. I got to use my brain a little bit more.
Raising kids doesn't require that.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not so much, at least not in the same way.
Yeah.
But there were frustrating moments with it too, because I do feel like I'm better at a lot of things than my husband as far as taking care of the kids and teaching them and all that. So then at their summers, I would have to set up a routine and a curriculum for him to stick to. It wasn't him doing that on his own.
Yeah.
But I feel like the kids could have learned more with me at home. I'm
They're
big
pretty
on,
good at Minecraft now, right?
I don't know. I'm pretty good at
It was a
teaching
joke.
them. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at teaching them.
Mhm.
And I like it. I like the learning part, learning things with them.
Yeah. That's always fun.
hmm
Maybe more fun for us than them at times.
I know it's weird. I don't understand. How do you instill that kind of interest in learning in the kids? How come we're interested in it?
I wasn't at that age.
I was.
We were a nerd.
I used to teach you all the time when you were little.
Yeah, and I wasn't interested.
But you still had to
That did
learn
not
it.
instill interest in learning in me.
I remember Grandma had those old college textbooks on the bookshelf, and I used to read. I remember the first time I picked up a calculus book, like, what is this? There's symbols that are not numbers in here. I was fascinated with it. Didn't understand a lick of it, but it was interesting. Like, what is this stuff? How is this math? But a lot of that came from not having electronics too.
Looking at books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thinking about when we were young at Grandma and Papa's. I'd be inside reading, and y'all would something would happen, and y'all would come get me. Natalie, we need you. We killed a red bird. What do we do? It's funny how scared everyone was about that. Like, Papa wouldn't have gotten mad at all.
No.
We're all hiding it.
Go throw it in the trash.
No one would have been mad
Or
about
feed it to the dogs.
it. That's funny. It's funny thinking about that, like the things that kids worry about.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're
Papa
much
didn't even
bigger.
hardly get mad about y'all hammering bullets.
He was pretty mad about that.
I think he was more scared than mad.
I mean, yeah, we're brilliant kids. Let's make a necklace. Fucking idiots.
That's funny. Or when we used to ride the wagon down the hill.
That was pretty dangerous. I don't think the hill was that big.
Yeah, they saw us doing it. They didn't care.
Yeah, they didn't
Then Justin tried to run his big wheels and go up the tree in it.
got up the tree a little bit.
He did, landed on his head.
Never been the same since. All
I'm
right, where are we? Are we
sleepy.
done yet?
There's more questions.
It's because you're not having enough coffee. That's why you're sleepy.
I'm having enough coffee. There's just not
There's
enough
too much
water in
coffee
it.
in your coffee.
That's what I said. It needs more water.
How do you recognize burnout both in work and family life? And how do you deal with overcome it? We take a trip to Mexico together.
That's a good answer. And then we
We're
talk
about
about it
to
for
abandon
years.
them. Let's give it a trial run.
See how we feel about it. God, other people are worse than our families.
Families don't molest us anymore. Yeah. I mean, burnout in work is just part of work, right?
Yeah.
You can't
Again, you
fix
take a
that.
trip when you start getting the burnout. Time for a
Yeah.
vacation.
And you come back and realize that made it worse. Now I really don't want to be here.
That's when we start looking at resorts. I'm gonna buy this resort in Costa Rica.
Fuck all y'all.
I'm working.
Yeah. Recognize burnout.
Oh, how do you recognize burnout? When you're
Constantly
searching up
burnt out.
resorts to
How do you how do you attain not have being burnt out at work?
buy.
All dumb, annoying.
I mean, why do they keep raising the retirement age? I really think 55 is an ideal retirement age.
Did they raise it? They raised it to 68 now, right? For
I don't
Social
know.
Security.
I don't know.
They were they were talking about
Well, they're about to get rid of Medicaid. Medicare, I guess, will be next.
it. Full retirement age for us is 67 for Social Security.
Mhm.
I mean, it's fucking stupid.
It is.
But they can't get rid of it because all the old people depend on it.
Hmm.
Old and poor people. I mean, poor people don't have any money saved to live off of.
I know.
The whole reason it exists. But they don't have that shit in other countries. Other countries, their kids take care of them.
Well, they have free health care in other countries for everyone, not just
Yeah,
the old people.
yeah.
People in America don't want their kids to take care of them. They feel like they'll be a burden.
I'm okay with that.
With your kid taking care of you or being a burden, or
Yeah,
both, I
both of
guess.
those things. And that's the same thing. Maybe
Maybe
you
I
do have
do
enough
have
coffee.
enough.
I'll be a light burden. I'll be living in Thailand.
Yeah, they just need to support us. That's all.
Yeah,
It'll be cheap.
give me like a couple grand a month.
I'll be happy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna live that long anyway.
Not in Thailand.
I'll be a light burden and a short-lived one. So
Hmm. Exactly.
yeah,
I mean,
burnout.
I think making jokes and laughing is a big help when it comes to burnout.
We're just life. And that's always been our thing anyway. So
What
I don't know
has?
what the just laughing.
Oh, yeah. Making fun of life. What are you
I don't know
doing?
what else. Nothing.
Quit playing.
I'm fidgeting
You're
while I'm
fidgeting.
talking. I'm thinking. I'm focusing.
I don't have anything to fidget with.
You need a practice Bali song. You can fidget.
What's that?
Butterfly knife.
I pick my fingers. That's what
Yeah, this is better than that.
I.
Although I do it at work, and sometimes I'm like, I'll go scratch my ear, and they're like, "Do you have a knife in your hand?" Not a real one.
It's a
Wanted.
fidget
Wanted.
spinner. That's what you need to say. It's a fidget spinner. Yeah, I think laughter and I think a big help for me has been having you. Like I can call you and we can make fun of whatever's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That Mexico trip was good. That
It
actually,
really was. It
yeah,
was
because
great.
you and I were both getting like to a point where let's just run away, get away from home. The
This
kids were little
close.
assholes. Work sucked. Like, fuck this shit.
There was a chance we weren't coming back.
Right. That
Luckily,
was
we met people.
bad.
I'm ready to go home now.
Yeah.
The first day was nice.
First day was fucking awesome. Second day wasn't bad.
I don't remember much about the second.
That's when you face planted into the pool. That's when we met all the people. You're the one that fell into the pool.
Then we became the brother and sister. You're the brother and sister. Are you the brother and sister? Yes, that's
Apparently, brother and sisters don't go to Mexico together.
It was hilarious when we were leaving, though.
Yeah.
The waiters and
Why everyone
waitresses were
hugging us?
coming
What the
out
fuck?
from behind cooking to say, and all these other people are looking at us. They're like poking up their cameras, like
Who
there's
are
some
these people? Are they
celebrities
famous? Nope. They're just wackadoos.
here.
We laugh real loud. Everybody wants to talk to us.
When we sit down to eat, people pull up chairs and sit with us. We're like, we didn't invite you here.
Oh,
Then we're like, let's go to the airport early and we can just sit and have a drink and talk to no one.
God, she kept staring like Lucy when she's hungry.
We're like, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye. Hey.
Fine. Hey, how are you? Oh
We
wait, you're
actually like,
actually fun and
yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
we liked you the best.
Thank God we talked to you. You changed our opinion of people. Now we're not going home.
We're not done here yet.
Yeah, next time.
The funniest to me was when we were in that restaurant, and that man and little kid, they had the bars, and you're like, help! That was so, that little kid
You look
looked all
you
worried.
look so worried.
My dad was laughing.
Help me. Help me.
And then the homeless guy comes walking over, and we're like, don't look!
And you're like the lady at the airport.
But we didn't chance it with him.
No, we are. We do have limits. I'm not gonna bro down with
Or
a
the
homeless
lady at the bar, you've got to taste this drink here. We're like, okay, we'll drink after you, strange lady.
COVID's not a thing.
Drink your
God, I
drink.
went to that one show at Red Rocks and I initiated passing around a bottle around the whole bus. I did get COVID.
Oh my
Like, what an idiot.
gosh. We used to do stuff like that a lot. I remember going to
Man,
going to the bar here, and the owner brought out like his $100 a shot bottle. He's like, "This is my last bottle. Let's just drink it." And we all passed it
you don't have glasses?
around.
It's a
Nope.
bar. We were on a bus at least. There were no glasses.
This was after the bar had closed.
Mm.
It was just all the
I think
regulars.
they still have glasses when they're closed. I'm sorry, we're closed. All the glasses disappear after that.
It's fun. It's weird. That
We
place
did
was
that. We
fun.
went to that. What's that Mexican restaurant? La Fogata. Is that the
Hmm.
one?
Yeah.
We went there after we finished implementing something with the consultants,
Hmm.
and I don't know who it was. Had a
Oh,
handle of
I
fucking
remember that because you
whiskey.
called me when you were leaving.
And we were passing her. They yelled at us like 3 times. Like, we know what you're. We see the bottle. I, we finished the whole fucking bottle.
Oh my God.
And they were like maybe 10, maybe 12. Most of us, like everyone was fucking wasted. Like, I think Molly's husband came and got us, and drove me home.
Mm.
I think I don't remember. I know he was pissed
I
about
remember
it.
when you and I went out one time, it was just the two of us, and you said you had to go to the bathroom and you never came back.
I was famous for the Irish goodbye back in those days. I did that here. I was out with some coworkers and they hadn't been out with me before. And they're like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm just going to the bathroom." They're like, "Well, you don't need your coat to go to the bathroom. Let us hold your coat." I'm like, "Okay, hold my coat." And I walked out the door. Now age slows me down. I'm like, I can't drink anymore. I gotta go. Those
Well,
people that were worried about me, I'm like, I'm gonna remember this. It's not. I'm okay.
Cheryl and I Uber everywhere when we're together.
Yeah, but you live closer to town. You're in bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a bar within walking distance.
Yeah, but some Indian bought it. Who wants to go to an Indian-owned bar? Sounds not fun at all.
They don't drink.
I know. Why would you buy a bar?
That's funny. Maybe that's what we need to do, open a bar there.
Yeah, like a real bar. Some
Yeah,
good times.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'll wait
can't
for them to close down.
you
Give them
can't
that
drink
time.
at it though.
Yeah. We can do the podcast from there on Sunday mornings.
That would be fun.
What are we going to do when I go to Thailand?
Yeah,
We should do some episodes from there.
that
That
I'm
would be
fine with
fun.
that. You'll be up in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I can sit out on the beach or something and do it from there.
That would be cool. I was actually thinking about maybe I'll go out there and we can do the
Even better.
podcast.
We might not come back from that. God, you're gonna love it when you go out there.
Mhm. So that's how we overcome burnout.
Yeah,
We drink a lot and take
we
vacation.
started a fucking podcast. Nothing we want to do. We're overcoming burnout.
How often do you take time for yourself? How important is it to get personal time when you have so many responsibilities? I mean, I
Not that
take
we have that many
baths.
responsibilities.
I take baths. You can ask anyone about my bath
Yeah. Okay, see you tomorrow.
time.
Yeah, I'm lucky because
That's the
especially
only
now.
way I get alone time in my house. I mean, that was my rule from
Yeah,
day one. When I'm in the bathroom, you don't talk to
yeah,
me. That's it.
that's right.
I'm taking my phone, some food, some wine or coffee or water.
Leave me the fuck alone.
A book. I've got it
Yeah,
all.
yeah. You do that every day.
No,
Take a bath.
no.
She doesn't bathe every day. That's gross, Natalie.
It's true. Maybe I should do it every day. I think
But you
I
take a
might start
shower
taking baths
every
every.
day, right? Let's clarify. You do wash yourself
I
every
decided not to defend myself for once.
day. Let me defend you. She does clean herself occasionally.
Yes, I do. Especially because I'm female, you pee all the time.
That's just old. It's nothing to do with being
No, that's
female. You used to
children.
never pee.
That's when you have children.
No, getting old too.
Yeah,
I pee all the time. I pee like twice a night. I have to wake up and go pee.
really? I don't. I sleep
Mm.
through the night. I don't pee.
Mm.
I mean, I toss and
Lately, I've been
turn.
pooping in the middle of the night.
Ew, that's
The fuck is
annoying.
that?
Mhm.
Wake up having to poop. Like, what? You stupid body. This is not the time.
And that wakes you up when your balls hit the water in the toilet.
I know. I hate that. Now I lay them over the seat when I sit down so they don't get wet.
Well, at least you're not tripping over your boobs.
Just my balls.
I lay them over my shoulders.
Me too. like a weird looking beard. uh,
What was that question?
what about balls and tits? How often do you take time for yourself? Pretty often.
I also go out with my brother to
Yeah.
Mexico. I go with my friends too. I go out
You
once or
do. You
twice a
go out
week.
with your friends a lot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
used to do that a lot. I did a lot less since working from home.
You did it a lot more than I do. You used to go out every night.
Yeah. But then COVID happened and it
Yeah.
changed. And then I was like, man, I do make a lot of money. I'm rich. I just need to quit going to the bar. So
I
now
went.
when I go to the bar, I'm like, this is on the company's dime. We're talking about work.
My work lets us drink now on at events.
Welcome to 1918, 60. I don't know what you mean.
Remember, we weren't allowed to drink at company events in the
We did when
past.
I was there.
Nuh-uh. You weren't
Uh-huh.
supposed to.
Yeah, we were. Even Kimball would pay for it.
Oh, well, maybe it changed after you left then,
Yeah.
because people were seen in company shirts acting the fool. Oh, wait, that probably was you. I'm
I
just,
didn't wear company shirts.
yeah, no.
I still don't. Not out. I wear them when I'm working from home, but I never wear them out
Yeah, me either.
and always took the badge off. I was careful about
Hmm.
that. I got a little bit of respect for corporate culture. I don't want to be associated with them. They don't want to be associated with me. Do you feel guilty when not spending time with your kids? How can you deal with feeling guilty when taking personal time?
I mean, I don't feel guilty when I'm in the bathtub, but
No, but when you
maybe
go to a bar,
I don't feel guilty at the bar, but sometimes I feel guilty when I go on vacation without them. Like they would have a lot of fun here, that kind of thing.
you've only done that once in your whole life.
No, Jason and I take our little staycations or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. You do. I've never done that. That was it. I guess I've only done that once
And I went to
because I like
Vegas.
traveling with Daisy. We have fun.
Yeah, I went to Vegas with Cheryl once too.
Yeah, I guess I've been to conferences without him, but
Mm.
that's different because that's a work thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even know if you can call it guilt, but I do think they'd have fun here.
Yeah,
I'm always thinking about what would the kids be doing if they were here, that kind of
getting
thing.
on our fucking nerves.
I mean, you and I
Drives
even
me
talked
nuts.
about it when we were in Mexico. We should bring the kids, they'd have fun, but then we have to bring Jason and Joy to watch the kids. I mean, the funnest time we had when we went to Hawaii was without the families. It was just me
Just me and you. That's
and
right. I didn't feel guilty at all about that shit. Like,
no.
finally. And they're like, we're all gonna go back, and you and me just look at each other like, did they really say that? They're leaving us alone. Do they know the implication?
we
Yeah,
were
you guys
trying
will
to
be home by 8.
we were trying to act like we were sober when they showed up at 10 in the morning.
because we went to get the chairs.
Yeah, we got there at
We
7
started
a.m.
drinking at what, 7?
Yeah, that's funny.
And we drank a lot.
We drank a lot. I was pretty toasty by the time they showed up. Yeah.
I know.
And then they're
Me
like,
too.
"We're tired. We're going back to the hotel." And you and I are like, "What? You're leaving
Okay.
this?"
Bye.
The saddest part was finding out what time we got home the next day.
I know. What? We partied all night. No, you got home at 8.
You were
Natalie was
worried.
bleeding. That was weird.
But I still had all my teeth.
That's all I cared about. Like when you got like blood coming out. I'm like, let me see your teeth.
I know you did.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You just got blood pouring out of you.
What's funny?
I mean, you can't walk sober, so
I know. You should have known.
yeah. We're just walking down the sidewalk next to each other. And you're like, I'm like, it's like you at the pool in Mexico. Except you didn't even put your hands out. You should have had a margarita in them. You could have saved yourself.
At least the
You just
pool
like
is just
face
water.
planted on the concrete.
I've done it at work.
And then you're like, you pushed me. I'm like, the fucking. We were walking right next to each other. The pavement was perfectly flat.
Then you
Like,
told
oh,
Jason that someone punched.
how did I? He didn't believe me.
No, he's seen me fall plenty
It's like, yeah, okay, of course.
of
Mm, that was fun. We had
hmm.
some good food that night.
Yeah, I hope we
Remember
paid.
that restaurant we stopped on the way?
That's the one neither of us can remember if we paid for it.
Oh, really?
Because we were trying to figure out
Okay.
what restaurant it was. It was really good.
Hmm. Maybe we didn't. Sorry, Hawaii. You don't
If
even know me. I'm a good tipper. You missed it.
why were we mad?
It wasn't we, it was you, and I don't remember.
You were mad too.
I wasn't mad. You were
Hmm.
mad.
You were
I was
mad.
like, sorry. Sorry.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
I liked it when we had to go to the bathroom and we went to the restaurant.
We have a reservation here. They're going to try to charge us for the bathroom.
I mean, it was Hawaii.
Yeah, we didn't like Hawaii. I mean, it was pretty, but
It was crowded. You had to wait in line for everything.
Natalie, it was crowded, and we were there. They were limited to
Ooh,
50% capacity
I know.
because of COVID,
I
and it
know.
was fucking crowded.
I
I was like,
know.
holy shit, what is this place normally like?
Why do people want to be there?
I have no idea. I don't get it.
It wasn't like that in Mexico, and it wasn't
No,
during COVID.
no. Yeah, I don't understand the Hawaii thing. Yes, it's very beautiful, but lots of places are very beautiful. The food was expensive, often shit.
I know. You really have to know where you're going
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, most of the restaurants weren't good.
And waiting in line, even with a reservation, was insane.
Oh yeah, a long line, and
Well,
that food was complete shit.
I
Which I
know.
kind of expected it to be bad, but
Yeah.
their stupid fire. One guy that like when Thailand, we went to the beach That shit's free. Like, and they've got like 10 guys out there with all this fire. You don't even have to buy anything.
The same thing in New Orleans.
Huh?
In New Orleans, you get to see free shows all over the place. Those,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
those people are
New Orleans is
talented.
way better than Hawaii.
I know. I love New Orleans.
Me too.
And you can say, look, here's a restaurant that looks cool. Let's go in.
Yeah.
Not let's make a reservation to wait in line.
Tomorrow. I know you booked that one like the first day we were there. And they're like, oh, it's really good. And we're like, I mean, it's not bad. It's fucking expensive. We had a reservation, still had to wait.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's 50% capacity.
That was insane.
And that Mexican restaurant, they had the cool view. But God, the food was mostly atrocious. That shrimp was good, as I recall.
I mean, but it wasn't anything to write home about, right?
No, it wasn't. It was expensive still, you
Yeah,
know.
it wasn't worth the
And that one
price.
wasn't full. We didn't
And
have to wait
God
12
forbid you
minutes.
want an oyster, $4 for an oyster.
We didn't even have oysters.
No, because of that.
Yeah, paying $4.
For an oyster.
Right. Y'all are crazy.
I can't even imagine living there.
Mm-mm, no. Well,
I
living
mean,
there, you probably get to know
we
the
did go
good.
to that one
Like that
restaurant.
ramen place we went to
Oh
when you
yeah.
guys were at that other restaurant. Like, holy shit, this is fucking amazing. And it wasn't expensive.
Mhm. Why did we split up?
Y'all wanted to eat, and we weren't hungry,
Uh,
but we stopped there because we wanted to try the ramen. There were a lot of people there.
uh,
Maybe it's good. We had like one bowl between the three of us.
yeah, I mean the restaurant we
Amazing.
went to then wasn't horrible, but it wasn't worth the price either.
Yeah. And they were slow.
That's right. Y'all had gone shopping and eaten and come back, and we were still waiting on our food.
Right. Like, all right. What the fuck is happening?
Oh, we're in line.
They're at 50% capacity. They don't know what to do. Stupid.
Yeah, we got turned off on Hawaii real fast.
I'm gonna go back there. People are like, "Oh, you have to go to this island." I don't. I'm going to Mexico,
Yeah, it's not worth the cost.
and the flight is long.
Yeah.
Mexico's like a couple hours. Like you're there. It's like a 6 to 8 hour flight to get there. Fuck that. I'd rather go to Costa Rica, Mexico, Panama. Never been to Panama, but I'd rather go. Colombia, I've heard great things about. Like so many good places.
I mentioned Colombia to a couple of my friends at work, and they said it's really cool there.
Yeah. Oh, they've been there?
hmm
Yeah. I hear great things
The
about
ones who
Colombia.
haven't been there said they want to go. And then
Really?
they started talking about cruises.
I don't
You
get
could
it.
just take a cruise. There's one blah blah that stops over at blah blah, and you can go for
Yeah.
the
I mean,
whole
if you don't want to
day.
go anywhere, you can take a cruise. They don't even stay overnight in the fucking
I mean, you
place.
can't even sneak away from the people on a cruise.
You can't.
No, because you're on the ship.
We've been waiting for you. No. We've been hiding from you.
Are y'all gonna go to the thing at the thing? Yes, we'll be there.
Yeah. Wait for us.
Don't go anywhere else. We will be there.
Definitely don't go to the bar. We won't be at the bar. A cruise just sounds, I don't know. It's never appealed to me. I never got the fucking idea. Like, it just sounds horrible.
And when they were talking about like you can don't have to worry about the drinks and the food, I'm like, you can get that at a resort in another
Yeah,
country.
and the drinks and food are cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, that
And
was the
not
other thing I
worrying
think.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I worry about it because it sucks. That's why I worry about the food.
I was
I don't
all
want to eat
excited
shitty
at that
food.
one resort after the first day. That food was
It was
so
fucking
good.
amazing. And then after that, and we went to remember when we got there, we went to the club with the ceviche and
Yeah.
whatever they had that was really good. And the next
Yeah.
day they changed the menu. What the fuck? Like half the
No.
reason I chose this resort was
Like,
this place, that menu. Shit. It sucked so bad. And then after that, the food there wasn't any good. But I still like that little place. See the beach.
yeah, I liked how it was situated
And
and all. It was nice.
yeah. And the service was fucking Mexico service was great.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
liked all the people there.
Yeah.
Leche? Oh,
Oh,
leche.
leche. Yeah.
Sí, leche, leche.
We haven't been saying that since we were 3 years old. We don't want to insult you. You're teaching us something.
And then my key kept not working. Finally, the guy's like, "Are you putting it next to your phone?" Yeah, the
You're
case
like
has a
stupid
credit card
iPhone.
spot. Why would the case have this spot for if it's gonna screw it
Yeah.
up?
Like, what's wrong with your phone, Natalie? You got an iPhone? They don't.
Stupid iPhone.
People that travel don't use iPhones because they know they just erase your fucking key.
Lucas
I'm like, I don't
decided
know
he.
why it keeps happening. I think something's wrong with her door lock. My door lock works fine.
Well, you had a
Okay,
spare
idiot.
key and your key worked in my room. Didn't you have one of my keys?
Oh, yeah. That's how we found out, I think. I'm like, give
Yeah.
us two keys and I'll use them.
And
Okay,
yours
so the
kept.
door lock works.
And we
It's
went
the magnet.
when the next time we went. No, the next time we went, it was the guy. He was like, "Do you have an iPhone?
Oh,
Why didn't they tell me this yesterday?"
it seems like it'd be a common problem.
Yeah.
But maybe most people know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked. Having to walk all the way back. But every time we'd walk back down, like, since we're here, I'll have some more margaritas.
Yeah, that's right. And then I broke my shoes and bought more, and then found that I'd taken two extra pairs. They were in my suitcase. I had more
Yeah.
shoes.
In fairness, they're very cheap there. You don't have to take extra shoes. You should probably buy some that don't suck.
I didn't know they sucked. How do you know?
I buy Tivas. They don't suck.
No, but they're dorky.
They are. I don't hide who I am.
Okay. I'm glad you hide who you
Certain parts you have to.
are.
All right. I gotta get through this. When you do not have a lot of time with your kids, how do you make sure that it's quality time? How important is it to be there for all your kids' events? Can you miss some without hurting your child's mental self-worth? Okay, so first part, When you do not have a lot of time with your kids, how do you make sure that it's quality time?
Define quality.
Thank you. It's like every question we read, we're like, define the term. In a court of law, what would you say is quality time?
Because I think if they're in the room with me and I am talking, they must be listening, and therefore their time is used quality like.
I mean, we watch Community together, and I consider that quality time. We've got a personal handshake between the two of us based on the show,
Oh
so
my
argue with me.
goodness. I mean, we'll play
um,
board games. That's quality time, I guess. If you learn stuff about your kids, then you can
are
call
you
it quality.
sure it's quality time?
I mean, if I consider it quality time, it's quality.
That answers that question. How do you make sure it's quality time? Well, if I think it is, then it is, because you didn't define it. I define it as whatever I feel.
If they are telling me things about themselves and their lives, then I'm getting to
Yeah.
know them. Yeah.
No, I mean, we'll do that too. Like,
Yeah.
back to the community thing, Daisy and I'll be watching, and she'll be like, "Oh, I didn't tell you about this," and we'll pause it and we'll talk for
Yeah.
like 2 hours, you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah,
not even go back to
exactly.
the show.
Yeah, we do that too. That's exactly
Yeah,
what happens. Like, wait a minute,
yeah,
let me pause this. Now let's talk. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
We
just a
just,
way to open up the conversation, really, a lot of times. So,
I don't know. I mean, sometimes we'll watch, but
I mean,
most of the
sometimes,
time we end up
I mean, I
probably
have
yapping.
video game boys, so sometimes they'll talk about things that are completely uninteresting to
Yeah, Daisy doesn't do that.
me. But I'll still
Be like,
pause the
let
show.
me see your computer real quick. Talk about something interesting.
I'll pause the show and listen. But
I mean, she does
that's
that
how
with
we
rock
know
climbing
about
sometimes.
what's happening at the school too. Like, this girl's a slut because she was making out with a guy at the gym in the gym.
Did you see it? No, it's just a rumor.
Mhm.
All right. Now we have a life lesson.
Here
Let
comes
me
the
teach you about
lecture.
rumors. Yeah. You know what they called me in high school? A good girl. I was a total slut.
No one knew. The trick is to make the boy think he sucks. So
He ain't
he's
gonna tell
ashamed of
nobody.
himself.
Be like, I heard you slept with him. I guess you could call it that.
I thought that was a finger.
I thought that was a clitoris he was putting in his face.
Yeah, no one else is ever gonna tell.
Yeah, that's quality time.
This is why we set parameters with each other before we let us talk to each other's kids.
Yeah, yeah. We should do that for this thing. Set parameters.
I don't think our kids are going to watch this thing.
Ah, God, I hope not. Just kidding. About everything.
You
Just
know we
kidding.
lie all the time. None of
Yeah.
this is true.
I mean, this is only for clicks.
Click,
Click, click, click.
click.
said cleat.
How important is it for you to be there
Wait, you
for,
went already?
huh?
Where are you?
Are you talking to me? It's the same question.
Oh,
It's the next part of it. Do you think us not being there for all their events affects their self-worth? Oh God, are you typing? Oh,
I'm reorganizing. We should do it this way. They're multi-part questions, especially if they're later in the list.
right.
What? What's the question?
Oh, how important is it to be there for all the kids' events? And does it hurt their self-worth if you're not there?
You have to ask them.
They don't seem, in fact, I sort of think they like it when we're not there. We don't want to hear the critiques afterwards.
The fuck was wrong with you? You didn't even do the kickflip. That wasn't me.
What's wrong with your coach? Why didn't he that did you hear that kid cursing like rah, 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 rah? Mom, leave him alone. He's going through some stuff.
Did they say that?
Yes.
That's awesome. Too bad you're not a Community fan. John Goodman was on there. He was going through some stuff.
He's going through some stuff. Leave him alone. Go through some stuff on your own time.
We don't pay for this for you to go through stuff. No, wait, we don't pay for this at all. Hmm.
Going through some stuff. You shouldn't be
I think
friends
it's
with
important to
anyone.
be to try to be there for events. I mean, shit
Yeah,
happens, right? So,
yeah. But I don't see
uh,
why that would impact them. I guess if we never showed up or we didn't care at all, maybe it would,
yeah.
but
But if that damages them, that you weren't there for one of their things, well,
they're not trying.
quit being a pussy.
A little crying never hurt anyone.
That's right. Wham, wham, wham. Do better. I heard you didn't win.
I could quit my job if you prefer,
Yeah.
and then you can go to your events naked.
So I'll be homeless. It'll be great because we can live on the field because that's where we'll have to live. But you were at the bar. I could quit my job.
And I could live at the bar, and you could live on the field.
So yeah, you can miss some without hurting their mental
Yeah.
worth. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what we
Well,
think.
also, they need to learn that when you make a commitment with someone to show up at the bar at a certain time, you
I
don't
read
just
your
break.
mind. I started laughing before your punchline. Like I know where she's going. And I agree. Fuck them kids. Little crybaby
I
pussies.
think a little disappointment makes you stronger.
Yeah. A lot of disappointment makes you even stronger.
And that's why our kids are mentally strong.
That and all the screaming and yelling.
Or
How many
just
fucking times do you need to play the goddamn riff until you got it down? Yeah. Ha ha ha. Fuck your anxiety.
I guess we need to show them what anxiety really is.
When you start your car, and every time, it doesn't matter how old you are, how much money you have, how new your car is, but every time you try to start the car,
You hold your breath.
your heart jumps. Is it gonna
It
start?
started. Wait, is it on?
I
Now it's
can't
not
believe it
this, it's
started.
this.
I know. I told you about Daisy and the driving lesson, right? Gave her a key to start the car. And she's like, thank God you took me when I was 14 in the Acura because it had a key. She's
That's
like, I
hilarious.
think I put it in here. And
Do the steering wheels still lock? Remember how they'd lock and you had to like
you
jiggle it?
couldn't turn it. Yeah. I don't know. That didn't happen. She had a problem with the, because she was trying to adjust the seat and it had the
No.
manual. She's like pulling it up and it like flew back. Where's the little electric thing?
It's not going. I'm pushing the button.
That was funny.
Oh,
Uh, hang on. I need to get some actual water. It's over here.
it is with the fake water. It's weird how that got funny now. It wasn't funny earlier.
Right. You just needed more coffee. Back.
I almost told him less coffee, more water, but I'm afraid he doesn't know what water
He might actually put water in it.
is.
Jackass.
Why does this taste like water? And then he'd be like, that's not water.
Sure tastes like water. Are you sure? Yes, it's straight tequila. There's not even coffee in
Is that a problem that tequila tastes like water? Especially tequila.
there. How do you handle the always on mentality of modern work and the demand for constant availability, especially when you have children at home?
I don't have that.
I don't have that.
I
You
have
don't
a
believe in
separate
that?
work phone that goes on do not disturb.
I
And
don't have
that's
a
it.
separate one either
You
anymore.
you don't have a separate one?
Mm-mm.
I do. That makes it much easier.
No, but there's a thing like the work apps.
Hmm. Yeah, I have that on my work one too. Look
Yeah,
at
you
my
can just press the
cup.
button.
You can see through me.
That's weird. Is it green?
Yes.
That's funny.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah, so you can just turn off the work apps, which I do sometimes. It's like your fucking traffic cone. Yeah, people start bothering me on the weekend. I turn that off. Not looking at this shit till mine. Fuck it. So I don't understand the always on
I mean,
mentality. I
I
mean,
I often miss my normal phone calls too on after hours on the weekends because I set my phone somewhere and forget it.
Yeah. I don't think he's addressing just being stupid.
Hey, that's not stupid. It's great.
I don't know. I think you have to. I mean, for people who feel that way, it's that they always have to be available. I understand that. Like, I have people that work for me like that. Like, I'll send them an email and be like, assuming they'll get to it Monday, and they'll respond, over the
Hmm.
weekend or something. I just send it so I won't forget.
Yeah, me too. I've
Like,
done that too.
let's talk about this on Monday. And I'll say that, but they still respond like with the whole answer. I'm like, okay,
I remember I had a
I can't use
boss
that anymore.
send an email to someone on my team, and he's up all night long trying to figure something out to get it to him
Yeah,
first thing in the morning. I'm like, so I had to tell my boss, quit sending him stuff.
yeah,
Send it to me, like, because he did it for that was for the same reason you did it, like
right.
just so he wouldn't forget about it.
Yeah, let's talk about this on Monday. Like,
Hmm.
but some people aren't like that. Like if they email you or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm like, what I tell them is, if it's really important, text me on my personal,
Yeah.
same number now,
I
but
say you have to call my
yeah,
personal phone if it's important. Otherwise, I
yeah,
probably won't see it.
I'll look at it. I mean, if that happens, but if it happens every weekend, nope.
Oh yeah, that's
You and I
true.
are gonna have a conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, let's talk about work-life balance.
Mm.
But that hasn't happened to me since I was a probably, because they don't respect
Sleep.
your fucking, seriously, they don't
Yeah.
respect that
Oh yeah.
that company.
Oh
Like the
yeah.
only place I've worked that is that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so we
So
can check that
get a
one.
different job. If they keep
Yeah.
doing that to you,
But
go
that's the
work somewhere else.
that's your mentality too,
Mine,
not yours.
the
Generic
general
you.
you,
Yeah.
is
Like I
what
know I have friends like that they can't not respond. And
I'm like that.
even during the workday, like you can take time management classes, and what do they say in those? Check your email at specific times twice a day.
Yeah.
You don't sit there
Oh
and
yeah.
look at your email because otherwise you're never going to get things done because you're constantly looking at your email. And people
Yes,
can't
for
do
sure.
that. People don't do that. They can't do
Well, you got
that.
to turn off the notifications. I did that the first time I come into a job.
Yeah.
Like, don't have that little mail button that pops up at the bottom. None of that shit. I don't want to know what's in.
But
I'll check it when I check
then
it.
I have a manager that's like every time an email comes in because she knows I'm not checking it, she calls me. Did you see
Yeah.
this email? And I'm like, no.
No. Stop calling me. Yeah.
And then she
It's
wants to
crazy.
respond immediately to it. And I'm like, nothing's getting accomplished because of that.
That's right.
So
Yeah. You can't live your life that way. You can't.
you can't live your life that way, and you're not going to get ahead that way either.
You won't, because they'll just look at you as a peon that
That
responds
has
all the time.
nothing,
You have to take control of the relationship. Really, is
and
what
they
it is.
assume you don't
Like,
have anything important to do too.
yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you don't.
I mean, I like, people are like, I'm taking off, but I'll be around. So if you need something, I'm like, don't say that. Don't even
Mm-mm.
tell people that. Like, stop saying that. And I'm gonna, if I bother you, and I may bother you, but if it happens, it's like fucking important and can't wait. Like, because I hate that more than anything. If someone's off work and I
Yeah.
have to bother them, it's
Oh, yeah.
happened time. But normally it's like, hey, I don't know where this file is. Please
Yeah.
text me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something simple like, I'm sorry to bother you. Like, I know this is stupid,
What?
but it's an easy answer. It's not like you
That's
have to
weird.
log on to fucking do it,
Thank you.
So it's all good.
It's good. Thank
She needs more water.
you.
So I don't know. Those things I don't feel as bad about, but I still, unless it's something I need right now, like there's a board meeting coming up tonight, and I
But I
got
mean, what if
this
something
piece of
happened and you're in the hospital? What are they going to do?
right. Yeah, I always ask other people first. It's not like, oh, you're my first fucking go to. Like
Yeah.
nobody knows
And
what it is you're
nothing, I
doing.
mean,
That's a problem, first of all.
never feel like you're not replaceable. Everyone's replaceable.
Yeah, absolutely. It may take three people to replace you, but you're replaceable.
Or five. But yeah, you can be replaced.
Yeah.
So we're not always on.
No.
I know one
I
of
mean,
us who's
I'm kind of
very
always on
rarely
in that
on mentally.
I'm gonna read, I'm gonna pay attention. If it's something that I think I can do and I happen to be around. I mean, that's the other thing. Even if you are around your computer, just be like, I'm not home right now. I'll deal with this later. You got to
Well,
train
yeah,
them,
yeah.
like,
Hmm.
sorry, not
Or you
fair.
can tell them, come join me at the bar. We'll talk about it
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Leave your computer, figure it out. I mean, called me at the bar before. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
talked them
better
through
not
what
to
to
have
do.
to have your boss come to the bar at 2 in the afternoon during a work day, but
Luckily, it's like 5:30 or something. Of course, I was already pretty wasted, but I answered the call. Walked him through what to do. He's like, "Oh no, if you're busy, it's okay." I'm like, "No, no, no, I
Well,
already
you
answered
were
the
with
phone."
me one time when my boss called me on a Saturday afternoon.
For work?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we
fuck
invited
that.
him to come hang out with us. Come join us. You're on speakerphone, by the way.
Yeah. If you're an asshole, we're all gonna know.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Disclaimer: everything we say is a joke.